why is she defending the PA na hakuwa hapo? Huyo nani Jose akifanya hizo vitu zote, kwa nini anamdefend? Na pia kwa nini anadefend hao madaktari wakiulizwa kwa nini walitibu mtu sio mgonjwa? Juu kwa hiyo nini hizo vitu zote daktari amesema alitibu hadi Kaswende hapo kwa hizo nini.
Sikiza, na ndipo nikauliza huyu, nikamwambia huyu Mbithe, basi PA wako huyo Jose amekukon? Akaniambia I got money, hata akinikon is not a problem, you don't know me, I got money. Nikawambiaje, wako together na huyo PA wake, they know the deals they are doing, and today will be exposing you the all day. Mbithe, wewe ni mwizi sugu.
Exactly. Na huyu dem ametibiwa hadi Kaswende. So unauliza accident, kuvunjika miguu, kufungwa bandage zenye hata hauna damu, hazina damu kwa miguu, na Kaswende zinatokea wapi? Hadi alifanyiwa full hemogram. Si full hemogram ya kuonyesha hizo nini ziko nini? Hizo full hemogram ni hiyo full blood test. So unashindwa hizo vitu zote huyu daktari anaelezea, and the figures ukiangalia hiyo upuzi yote. Paracetamol nini ati kufunguliwa hizo bandage ni 13,000 na kunini ati paracetamol moja ilikuwa 4,500. Ebu tell me hiyo ni nini aina gani hiyo? Na bado nani is on their side. Mbithe ako side ya daktari. Thank you.
Mbithe hautasaidia wa Kenya. Wewe kama mkubwa, we want you to do like Rosso. Rosso anachangisha pale, anacome privately, analeta, anapeana hapa mbele yetu. And that is what we want you to do. Hapa TikTok kuanzia leo hauchangi, and we will be targeting your account Mbithe. You would say here ukitubrajia uko na pesa na sasa hiyo unakula pesa ya maskini. We won't look at you do that. We won't watch you. This is the end of you hapa TikTok scam. Hata ukikufa wewe mwenyewe, mchanga yeye yuko kwa platform yako. Hakuna hata wewe mwenyewe ukifa, hautachangisha kwa platform yako.
Chukua mic Collins. Uniambie hilo likuma nimebeba wale ni mama yako hajabeba. Chukua mic.
So, good afternoon, host and the rest of the team. So, my name is Collins, and I think the first time both of us interacted, we interacted on a very rough road. We interacted on grounds that I was opposition, you are the opponent, the proponent. So we could not understand each other. We could not speak with some uniformity. So first of all, I am very disappointed with the whole story. Very much disappointed. So I am very, very much disappointed because I got myself into a mess up that I could not even understood what was happening. So I went to see my girlfriend's girl who was allegedly, underline the word allegedly, involved in an accident. I went there and just like any other person, I went to see the girl. Jalu original was my enemy turned friend. Okay? So when I got there, a lot of things were up, and one of them was how to raise this money. Cindy, downgrade Jalu original, and I. So when I got to the scene, I found the patient sleeping on the bed, and all of us were like, wow, tunamhurumia, okay? So that was the first time I was meeting Jaluri. That was the first time I was meeting Cindy. That was the first time I was meeting Don Gray together with the patient. So, you know, I don't talk in public, those who know me. So I was very much seated and waiting to see the way forward, okay? So little did I know that this was a group of syndicates. So I went ahead and asked them, hey, so and so, what is the bill? Then a pro forma invoice came. If you did financial statements, you definitely know what a pro forma invoice is. highlighting the services offered, quantity, and the amount, totaling 52,300. So now the bone of contention was on how to raise this money. That is when Cindy was supposed to have a live at 10 p.m. an interview, so she could not go live because of TikTok's algorithm. She couldn't have had enough viewers at that time. Don Grace said they didn't have a mature account, same to Jalu. So it happened that I was the only one who could go live for them, okay? Just like a brother. So I did this thing wholeheartedly anyway, without any intentions. In the process, your team spearheaded by Bosha appeared. Okay? Appeared. So when they came, they were like, you guys, what are you doing here? And so I never talked. I left the entire thing to the co-host to speak because I was just a drop in the ocean. You guys came and questioned the authenticity of the fundraise through my platform. Okay? So we tried, then you guys came, and then I was very upset, very much upset. Because the moment you guys came, it was chaotic. And I even came to your live, I think it was Pesh, yeah. I went to her live and asked her, ni nini hasa hausemi? Mbona ukuje uvuruge watu badala useme, hey, you guys, I think I talked to you, okay, directly. Kuja useme, this is why you are doing this. Utupe reason. Instead of kukuja kuvuruga. And then you told me, Collo, we have a problem with the TIN number. The TIN number does not reflect the name of the hospital. I understood definitely. Okay, and then that is why you say I calm down later on, because I also was like, okay, indeed, you'll all have problem when the TIN number does not reflect the name of the hospital. Little did I know that that was also another big scam, loading. So I tried, and that is when I got upset. Okay, like any other person, either JB back up here, Sweet Killer, or even Eva, like any other person.
Collo, pole kwa kukuinterrupt. I have a question for you. Sikuwa jana most of the time, but najua hii story because wakati ilianza I was there na tulikuwa among the people wenye walikuwa wanaangaisha Cindy because we suspected something was fishy with the way you guys had planned to, you know, like fundraise kwa huyo mgonjwa mwenye kugeuka kwa kamera cha dakika moja, lakini tuliona bandages na oxygen. According to you mwenye ulikuwa kwa ground, umesema ni rafiki ya girlfriend wako, singe uliambiwa ako hosi. Uliambiwa shida yenye alikuwa nayo ni gani?
Okay, I think if you are or whoever was in the live of Auka for the better part of the night, he was able to give the entire story how it went through. Okay, so according to the boyfriend, the girlfriend came. Okay, I mean the boyfriend came to my live on Sunday night.
Nimeuliza hivi tena nikuulize Collo, na unajua wewe unaongea polepole na mimi naongea polepole, so watu wanachoka kungoja kenye tunaongea. Nakuuliza hivi, according to you, yule mgonjwa ulikuwa naye pale kwa room alikuwa na shida gani?
Number one, we all know she was presumably involved in an accident.
Did you see an accident? Did you see a patient of an accident?
Interestingly, no.
You went ahead na ukafanya mchango. Why?
Anyway, you see, when you see somebody lying on the bed with some kind of injections connected, water drips connected and so forth, so you'll definitely, without further ado, and this is somebody's girlfriend, perhaps your friends, okay? So you don't even have any chance to further question whether indeed it was an accident, because everything seemed genuine at that time, okay? at the time of us
Have you
getting to,
ever seen an accident without a scratch or a drop of blood? Because
not,
that is
not only,
any road
not only,
accident, there
not
has to be a
only,
drop of blood. Did you see
not only
that?
seeing, not only seeing, but I've been involved in one.
Eh?
Not only seeing, but I've also involved in one. So I definitely know how an accident looks like. But anyway, I gave them a benefit of
So,
doubt because listen to
Hey,
this,
Collo,
because
Collo,
it was now
Collo,
over 24 hours since the patient
Collo,
was
just a
taken to the
minute
hospital.
before you continue. Collo, just a minute before you continue. You with your experience, by the time ulienda hospitali, we mwenyewe ukaenda hapo ukaona venye mgonjwa alikuwa na condition yake venye alikuwa, and by that time I think you are having information, ulijua vizuri huyu mwenye alikuwa amepata accident ya na walisema alikuwa anataka kufanywa scanning ya kichwa, si ndio? Mwangalie kaliumia. Kulikuwa na dent yoyote kwa kichwa yake ama hundi yoyote ama scratch mark yoyote?
Now,
Another thing. Let me just finish. Yesterday at Sauka's live, I think you come to agree with us with your statement. So I fail to understand. Jana venye uliongea jana uliongea points by the ukauka. So I fail to understand kama ulikuwa na akili kama hiyo by the time ulienda pale hospitali ukapata mgonjwa pale, then tukasema mchango haifanyiki, ukakuja bita na sisi, si ndio? Whereby ulinitusi na Kijaluo nikakwambia it's okay, Mr. Kutuzi, just calm down. Can you remember me, this butcher? Okay,
I know.
yeah. I just want you to answer me those questions kindly, bro.
So anyway, whenever you get to a hospital, okay, number one thing that didn't look like an hospital to me. So allow me to say that. So, but anyway, so be it. Whenever you go to an hospital, then you see somebody lying on the bed with all some kinds of medical connection and intervention done. Definitely, you don't even go ahead to further. I mean, to question further whether indeed this one was involved in an accident or not. And then you also realize that people are in a somber mood. Okay, people are in a somber mood. So definitely, I understood to my level best that this was accident. You get the point? So I couldn't even go ahead to scrutinize the patient. That indeed, maybe to pull up the blanket out of her, then definitely see that these bandages were there, or just were being used as scapegoats. So to me,
then Collo, it was later said.
It looked like an accident to me. But then later on, I came to realize it was all hogwash. Yes.
Where is the boyfriend of this girl and where is the girl?
Okay, just a minute, Pesh. Collo. Another thing. Wewe venye ulienda ndio I think you are having all the information penye accident iliyokaa, si ndio? Accident iliyokaa according to first statement venye nilisikia iliyokaa along Kisumu Road. Okay? Did you ask yourself mbona mgonjwa alipatikana Pipeline Hospital?
I think I am very happy. I am very happy. These are the questions I was raising at Awuka's platform. The tough questions I asked, nobody answered. Up to now, nobody has answered the question. That if indeed this patient was involved in an accident in town. Okay,
You were asking these questions. You were asking these questions before trying to fundraise or after, because someone has to do scrutiny first.
Back up. The host. I want you to agree with me, okay? You and I, we went there, for instance, okay? We went there like just friends. So we had no authority to ask how the patient maneuvered here, who brought her here, the number plate of the vehicle, and so forth. There are things you don't ask whenever you are interrogating. I mean, whenever you're not interrogating something, you are just there to condole with the boyfriend or something. I don't know. Okay, so
now, after this was finished,
before we continue again,
please, I'm pay time. After this was finished, what did this boyfriend of this girl tell you?
Okay, now
it's your friend. It's your friend.
Later in the evening, we are not that friend. We used to be enemies. We became friends of that. We became friends on that fateful day. So yes, I think you all understand. You all understand the story of Jalo Original and I. We used to be very big enemies. I think you all TikTokers know that part of it.
Okay, but that day for accident, you became close friends.
Okay, with me, I stand with people regardless of what you did to me before. Okay, I don't care whether you used to be my enemy anytime, because I know I never know tomorrow. I might need you as much. So I just went there with
Okay,
CD
to make
and
the story short, what did this man tell you, this friend now of yours?
well,
What did they
we
say?
never had such a personal discussion on matters concerning what happened or what transpired. Okay, the discussion there was about how to raise the money and so forth and so forth. So it is until yesterday that he called me asking for fuel and blah blah blah. Then I was like, was this really an accident? So to me, a lot of questions started coming through my mind. Okay, I'm like, was that really an accident? Because he told me that they discharged the patient and immediately left for Kisumu in that the same evening. So definitely,
Collo, did you try to contact, did you see any of the family members of this girl at the
well, at
hospital?
the time of departure from the hospital, 9:31 p.m., it was a total blackout in the same area. The hospital neither had electricity backup nor a generator, one that was really struggling to work there, but it eventually went off. So the only person I saw at last minute was the mother, who was praised as a rich mother. But anyway,
They
I don't want
said
to be
the lady is an orphan. How comes the mother appeared?
okay, matters concerning orphanages, mothers, I think I'm not in a position to talk about it because there are things beyond perhaps my understanding. I just went there as a friend anyway.
Wow.
Okay, Collo, yesterday you acknowledged kwa nini platform ya Uka that ulipata kama ile ni ya kuongezewa oxygen ilikuwa iko off, haikuwa kwa stima by the time ulikuwa umeingia kwa hiyo hospitali, si ndio? After all ukasikia wanataka kuchanga and you know very well hiyo nini ya oxygen ilikuwa haiko kwa stima, ilikuwa off, si ndio?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to push that mchango and you decide not to agree with us?
Number one, let me answer. Those are two questions in one. Okay, the first one, the nebulizer and the oxygen support for this patient were not delivered at the same hospital. That was allegedly an emergency approach at the first hospital where the patient was taken just before the so-called PA Mbithe took the patient from the hospital 1 to now the Quack hospital where there was only 2 doctors. Number 2, I never pushed for a mchango, okay? I understood their pain according to what I knew. This was an accident, definitely, okay? So I understood the pain that indeed these guys needed this support. To me, that was according to me. So definitely this going live was not self-centered. It was a matter of, that is why I even gave them a chance to talk, to do whatever they
Collo,
wanted
let
to.
me ask you a question which is very simple, perhaps difficult to answer. Who do you think, now that you know that this was a scam, na si ati umejua saa hii, you knew even the time ulikuwa pale ulijua ilikuwa scam, but I just want to, you know, like, go by your words here that you were also innocent. Now you agree with us that it was a scam. Who do you think is the mastermind of all this?
This question is not difficult to answer for the first time.
Okay, drop the names.
Number 1, the so-called Mbithe owns the hospital, that hospital, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to give you evidence here. It is a matter of when. Okay?
Clap the hands there.
Number two, I've heard Jose, whatever PA, from Nyakwar's, from Cindy's platform, talking like an innocent kid who has just been born. Watu ni wabaya. I'm like, what the hell? This is the same guy.
Jose sasa watu wawili, the names are dropping, guys. The names are dropping.
He was, first of all, according to the Dadu original, purported that this guy was living on the rooftop. I mean, on the second floor of the same building. The building has only a ground floor hospital, the rest are residential area. So it is the same place that this Jose was allegedly living until another PA came yesterday kwa live Yeuka to say that Jose lives directly opposite.
Drop the names. There's Jose Mbithe, the mastermind Jose. For those who are coming now, wait. For those who are, give me a mic. For those who are coming now, this moment, Colin Shaw was on the ground, who was against us reporting the numbers, is here now, dropping the names of the masterminds of the scam that was it wasn't about to happen. It happened before our eyes. We were cast, called names, but now the names are dropping.
So,
One, Mbithe
I think,
ametajwa, Jose ni wa pili, watatu.
no, it was said, Mike, another PA, said that Jose lives directly opposite the hospital. So I was like, this
Mike.
is just a
So those are three. Mbithe, Jose, Mike.
Mike said, Mike said that Jose lived directly opposite. And then, because the director, listen, now a problem came here just before I went live, okay? I think I explained that yesterday. This was the problem. That to what extent were we able to account for the money TikTokers contributed through the help support? And then they said, the doctor said, number one, there were 2 till numbers. Now let me just talk about the till number that you guys came for. Number one, there was a till number for the hospital that I asked a question. How will we be able to access what has been sent and who has sent the money? Then the self-proclaimed director of the hospital said, and I quote the following: I am not in a position to access the hospital's financial transactions because hatuna hiyo till number hapa.
Is he on TikTok? Is he on TikTok?
I'm not in a
The
position
director
to
of
say.
the director. If
It
you
was
know
the
the
first time-
username, you can even use a pseudo to bring me here. Because
no,
there
me,
are
I-
very active people.
If I know the name, I say it here. Me, I only fear God and hot porridge anyway. So it was said, okay, that now that till number we cannot access. Then the second till number now, the one you guys came into picture. The same lady came with the second till number, reading Nehemiah something. And then the till number 803622, have it in my mind.
Nehemia Kiplangat.
Definitely. So I asked her,
This is the hospital that Mbithe is using to con Kenyans, together with a guy who presents himself as a doctor, and we want the real names of that guy. We have enough evidence that this is
I
a
asked her,
scam that has
how
been
will we
going on
access?
for long.
I asked her, how will we access now the second till number's financial transactions? She said that I have the till number here, the phone here. It is until we started the fundraise that again the doctor came up from nowhere to say, hey guys, I just don't have this number here. The director of this institution has left with the phone. Then I was like, hey, sounds more of a scam than a serious thing. So I think that is also where I started now. I was like, no, this thing is not really making sense. Okay, so from there now, everything went loose. Hell broke loose. You guys came and all kinds of shenanigans. So immediately we went home. I went home. I left the mother there, who was said to be the mother because I cannot ascertain that she was the mother. I don't know the people. I left the mother there, and we went home. So yesterday I was busy in other parts of the country, but then the information came that, Collo, do you know whoever you were assisting was a con? I was like, what do you mean? Enda kwa live ya flani flani. So I went there. That's when I found out that a lot of details and any other activities there were more of a con game than a genuine case. So mine here, maybe without further ado, is perhaps to apologize to Pesh, Boisha, and the entire team during that particular day. So if you are at the guest or you were the host, I think you should receive my apology as of now, because I was mad for no reason. Little did I know that it was a con game. Okay, so me going live, I just went there to support people. You see, mtu wajuangi, umejua mtu anakuosha kuambiangi na kuosha.
Oh no, before you finish, I didn't hear you mention Cindy anywhere. Cindy is the one who went live crying, saying, huyu hata mamake ashiki simu. Mpaka tukauliza, kwani Cindy ako more hurt kulikata mamake? Nataka utuambie role Cindy aliplay, because unaenda kumaliza kudrop names without dropping Cindy as being one of the masterminds.
Number one, I cannot.
No, JB. Kidogo tu Collo. Excuse me kidogo. JB, jana tukiwa kwa live ya Auka, maybe
Yeah.
hamkukuwa live.
Hatukua.
But Cindy na Collo, I think wote walikuwa wanaoshwa. Cindy pia ni victim, ajui anything. Hii plan ni ya Don Gray na Jaluo Original na huyo Jose na huyo boss wake.
No.
Hao ndio walikuwa wanaosha watu, but
Marion,
yeah.
I beg
Yes.
to differ with you. You see when Collo here, he just
Marion,
wants to clean his name. Unaona alikuwa na maswali pia yeye, lakini akaenda alikuwa anajiuliza maswali, hakuona damu, lakini akaendelea kuchangia an accident victim. Unajua kama amenyenyekea akakuja mbele ya kamera kusema pia yeye ali nini, it doesn't make him innocent. Amekuja yes akajieleza, it doesn't make him innocent.
Yes,
You know.
give me nipe mic na mimi niongee hapo kwa Cindy.
Hapa ni
Unajua
team smart, ni venye hatuwezi ingia ndani tuanze kumpiga mawe, but we already, kama wewe ni team smart, you already know that Collo is not innocent, but hakuwa na a lot of powers pale.
aya nipe mic niongee hapo kwa Cindy.
Collo is not
JB.
innocent, he just want to get out of this mess.
Hapo kwa Cindy they are using her because akona platform na anaweza
Yes.
kuhold hizo michango watu wachange na aeke ile kilio yake, unaona. But all in all,
Thank you.
Cindy pia
Point yangu mama.
Cindy pia anapewa kashea kake, but they are using her. Unaona venye walitengeneza mkufi wa mtume Cindy aende atume request pale kwako, they hold mchango, unaona.
Does it make her come or not? Because
A
you know
very big
the
one.
true story. Yes, and Marion is here to say Cindy is innocent and Collo. As team smart, we know Collo is not innocent, Cindy is not innocent. We know that. Collo only wants, yani ataka kukuattack na mascammers. Amelowa pride yake akakuja kuongea.
Let me proceed, okay? So, first of all, back up,
Collo.
JB.
Collo. Collo.
Yes. So
Collo, can we agree? So let me say, Collo, can we agree with you that hakuna pesa ilitumika kwa hospitali? Can we agree on that? That Mbithe lost hakuna pesa Mbithe ame lost. Can we agree on that?
Now, I think this is the toughest question, so to speak. Number one, I was not in the financial department of the hospital, or I was not there when this pro forma was being created. Because according to me, now I can also confirm here, that is something that was created from the cyber. But anyway, so be it. I was not there was this pro forma was being created, printed, because I went there later in the evening around 3-4 p.m. when already they had printed the pro forma. Okay, so maybe it is through the same pro forma they say they overcharged everything to benefit. Because if 30,000 was allegedly sent that I never saw, it is purpose anyway, because it is said it was used from the previous hospital. What is the purpose of a 30,000 giving a first aid to a patient who was allegedly involved in an accident? Okay, so the hospital charged 30,000. In fact, it was 31,000 from Don Gray's analysis. It was 31,000. Okay, so I cannot say that money was lost, but what I know, money was squandered.
Let me tell you how Mbithe is not. Let me tell you how Mbithe can't lose even a coin. Mbithe can send even 100,000 to a cause kwa kesi yenye amepresent, lakini atakuwa amechapa deal na mtu kama mwenye hosi. So ile pesa ikifika pale, mwenye hosi anaenda kupewa percentage, Mbithe atarudishiwa ile pesa back with more, because after ile 100,000 inaenda, tuseme alikuwa anataka 200, watu wanaenda kuraise 200,000, Mbithe aseme nimetoa 100,000. Anyway, sijaisikia akisema hivyo, nasikia nimetoa 20. Haya, saa hiyo anatarajia kuchangisha 100. Ile 100 mwenye hosi atapewa 5,000 10 yake, pesa ingine itarudi kwa Mbithe. Sasa hapo ndio Cindy anapewa 2,000 3, and it doesn't make her innocent or being used. Ameingia kwa hii scam akijua what she's doing. That is why alikuwa anasema hata mama ya huyo msichana alikataa kupiga nini, kuchukua simu. So Mbithe hii pesa inaenda inafunga wajinga macho, lakini inarudi kwake at the end of the day. And that is what makes her very, very dangerous on this platform. On this
So,
platform ya
Ngoja
TikTok.
kidogo. Na alafu Mbithe kitu anajitetea nayo ni moja, ndio watu wasimshuku. Mbithe anasema mimi nilipigiwa simu tu, I helped like an innocent. I just helped because waliniambia huyu ni mgonjwa na watu wamekataa kuchanga. So innocent nikarudi kulala. Kama wewe huwezi ukashikanisha, you will not know what she's playing.
yeah, because
Endelea.
I saw that Collo yesterday. She was trying to outsmart us. Unfortunately, some of us are very much educated. Okay, so she was coming from a point of, I have helped so many people in the same hospital. Okay, and then I asked her, to what extent do you help a person you don't know? You don't know what the person is suffering from. You don't know who took the person there. If you were just one phone call away, umeshatuma 2 million. I asked her the same questions with no answers. But anyway, as I was saying, let me finish the following. So I was not in matters concerning finance there. I went there as a friend. They told me to go live for them to maybe collect these coins. I was never aware. I was just a good Samaritan, so to speak. So I never knew this was all fraudulent activity taking place. Okay, because even Jaluo himself confirmed that the lady was not in that critical condition to guarantee all that kind of a treatment that we saw from the pro forma invoice. So definitely it was more of a con game than what I thought. So me personally, I am sorry if I wronged anybody, either Jaluo original or whoever I wronged, because I don't talk about this story anymore. It is the reason I'm here, and the reason I went to Auka's platform yesterday. It was my platform that collected this money during the entire fraud process. Okay, so I only came to clear the platform, not even me, to clear the platform.
This is the same thing Mbithe, mnataka mtrack vitu zenye anawaletea hapa. Someone mwenye anaingia kwa kamera anadanganya, anasema ameshika mali safi, juu ako na connection. Anakaa kwa kamera anadanganya, nimeshikisha mali safi. Huyu ndiye mtu mnataka awaletee story ya pesa ya ukweli. If you can lie because of very simple things, like kushika mtu like it's something that is something good, like it's something good, unajigonga kifua. Huyu Mbithe ni kama ako na shida ya akili. Mimi simuoni akiwa sawa akiwa na ule kiki.
It was a case. It was, and by the way, let me say this here, that was a case well planned, but unfortunately they failed to execute it. Purpose being, the hospital did not meet the reducible minimums of a patient.
No, they failed because tuliwawekea joto.
Yeah.
That is why they failed. This thing was going to succeed. Tuliona reaction ya watu wenye walikuwa na tutusi hapa. Mtu hiyo kesi ni genuine, walija kwa platform yetu. Hiyo kesi ni genuine, hii mlaaniwe. Mtu wa accident mnamzimia namba aje. Mbithe alistrategize vizuri sana, lakini because of the existence of this group, she was not able to execute it.
Yeah, so that is it. I think Down Gray and Jaluo Original, they have a lot of questions to answer, and maybe soon or later. Okay?
Ngoja.
So,
Collo mic kidogo tu.
Ngoja kidogo.
Guys, I think Collo may clarify his part, and I don't think if there's a need of us going back and forth. It's better. Ashaongea tumesikia. I think ni poa kama tunaweza tu. Collo next time. Okay. Pesh kidogo tu. Collo next time. By the time you want to start.
Collo ngoja kidogo. Bocha, I'm really sorry. I didn't know it was you. I'm really sorry. Mimi nilikupandisha kama studio yoyote yenye imeshinda kwa guest. Juu nilikulenga kwa guest for so long, na hata ukipanda ukisema. Nilikulenga hata kuna time nilikutag nikakwambia semea kenye unataka kusema hapa. Hiyo peke yake ingekuambia siku anakujua. Pole sana. I'm sorry sweetie. Go on na maswali.
Aya, ngoja kwanza ajibu yeye nimemuuliza. Ulitoka hospitali lini, wagonjwa walitoka saa ngapi na huyo boyfriend?
So I think it was a Tuesday. As of Tuesday, we left because there were not enough funds to discharge the patient who was also allegedly in a position of being discharged. So definitely I left on Tuesday evening. Cindy Don Gray and we left because there were not enough funds to discharge the patient. Then it was said that the patient will be discharged now yesterday yesterday morning. Okay, so the entire yesterday I was out of the city. I couldn't be able to reach out to them. We never communicated. Jalu only called me later in the evening to say that wamekosa fuel, niwasaidie. Nikawasaidia, wamesema wamekosa fuel na wanaelekea nyumbani. According to him, to me, okay, now this is where also contradictions came in. That Collo tumetoka na mgonjwa, tumemwacha Nairobi. That was what he said. Tumemwacha kwake Nairobi. So coming to Auka's live.
Thank you, Boo. Thank you.
Coming to Auka's live, I realized that I don't know, they were with the patient, and there were a lot of contradictions that I could not even question on because I was now disappointed with the entire case. So I never bothered to ask them where the patient was again.
Niko na swali kabla Bocha hajaongea.
Wacha nichukue maka please kindly. Collins, jana kwa life ya Auka uliuliza maswali mzuri sana na ukasema like you have practitioner hii mambo ya health na wherever. Si ndio? How did you understand or know the time ulifika pale kwa ule hospitali na kwa huyo mgonjwa? Ungejua kama unajua hii mambo ya hospitali na nini, uge notice hapa kuna fish again. Why?
First of all,
on Monday,
let me ask you first.
On Monday,
let me answer that one.
Oh,
The moment I was given the pro forma invoice, the type of medical services offered to the patient were inappropriate. They were not in line with what the patient had allegedly involved herself into. But anyway, just because I was I was new to Cindy, Dawn, and Jalu original together with the patient, I could not raise further concerns. Okay, just like maybe I was not in a problem.
Okay. Another thing ungewauliza na ndio haungekubali your platform ifanye hiyo mchango. Another thing ungewauliza, any case in Kenya as long as ni accident you have to report, si ndio? Hakuna any private hospital kama zile za kule inaweza kutibu, hakuna daktari anaweza kutibu as long as hiyo case haiko reported, as long as ni gari imekugonga. Huyu pia wa Mbithe jana kwa hiyo live he said hii gari venye tulienda pale kulipa hata hatukujua namba yenye ilikoga hiyo mtu of which ni kujitetea, alikuwa anajitetea. Yeye alisema yeye tu alienda akachukua bill akalipa. Wewe haungekubali hiyo mchango ifanywe na hiyo bande hiyo mchango ilifanywa.
I agree.
Hiyo mchango venye ilifanywa.
I agree with you.
Hiyo mchango on Monday.
But anyway, they were in a dire need of financial support according to the pro forma invoice. Okay, so mine was just perhaps to assist them. Number two, I think Jose knows a lot. Jose definitely knows a lot because he was only going there to confirm that indeed pesa imeingia ngapi, then they squandered the money. Any other thing was just a child plea.
Yes, me according venye mimi najua, unaona Nairobi yote kuru because yeye najua uko Nairobi. Any victim mwenye ametoka kwa accident hata anapelekagwa maybe kwa hiyo karibu tu healthcare iko karibu, anapata first aid, but you have to report first or you mwende pale Kenyatta casualties, si ndio? But hizi zote unaona hata hizi michango zinafanywa. Next time usitumie platform yako kuchangisha hizi tu hospitali.
No, I think it is the first time. That was the first time anyway I was doing that. So definitely once bitten, you gain a little more of experience. So I definitely know what to do and when.
Correct. And then another thing, Diojo yote ilikuwa a scam. Unaona huyo Don Gray, huyo Jaru original hawagetoka hiyo all the way Kisumu hata wanakuja kuona mtu na hakuna any family member. Hata even na cousin even na wherever. Na jana Jaru original alisema yeye hajui Nairobi. But the girl na alikuwa anaongea ati venye aliona Jaru original akaanza kuongea. Unataka kuniambia hiyo Nairobi yote hakuna any friend ya huyo msichana, hakuna any relative, hakuna any mtu yote anajua huyo msichana? Surely.
You see, I think
kuna kitu uliuliza Mbithe.
Beaver, I think
uliuliza Mbithe.
I think walitupiga kichwa dasta wakasahau kutukausha kichwa. So definitely ulijanjeruka kidogo. But anyway, it was late but at least we've definitely understood the game now.
Na then ya mwisho unaona kuna kitu uliuliza Mbithe na hakujibu. She said yeye wagonjwa wake anapelekaga kwa hiyo hospitali. Anapeleka aje with which basis?
She cannot answer that. She refused.
Hakujibu.
Yes.
She refused na akakuwa so arrogant akakuwa all defensive, akiulizwa swali anakuwa ni kama ana
you see, Diva, I think we've been following all these fraudulent cases in the country. My friend, people are really engaging in very, very pregnant deals outside here. So mtu anaweza kuja jitetea aseme venye hata juu hospitali na kaje, and she's the owner of the hospital. Mtu anaweza kuja aseme hata sijai kanyaga pipeline, hakuna apartment pipeline. Mtu, my friend, hii Kenya, you should only trust maybe even your mother. Any other person is a scam.
Okay,
because they normally come with a lot of excuses. Then later on we get to know that indeed something is happening behind.
Let's give mic to June. June akaangi hapa. Okay. Beva maliza basi. Alafu patie June mic.
Okay. That's why I'm saying Koro, hakuna mtu ako above the law. Ukisikiza Mbithe vizuri, every 2 seconds anasema polisi. Sijui waende kwa hiyo hospitali. Anataja tu polisi mahali, anataja. Which is very, very wrong. Na then why is she so defensive? Akiulizwa swali anajibu na ile mahasira na makasiriko.
Mbithe ile drag Masaki kwa kuibia wa Kenya. Mbithe ndiye alileta Masaki hapa waibie wa Kenya. Ama hamna hii habari? Hamna hii habari? Mbithe ndiye alileta Masaki waibie wa Kenya. Mbithe.
Correct. Wapin namba hapo waibia wa Kenya. Then another thing, huyu hata akipelekwa kotini Koro. Huyu Mbithe akipelekwa kotini anafungwa tu asubuhi na jana. You can't be so, ukiulizwa swali unakuwa so defensive. Unafaa ujibu maswali yako na njia nzuri. Si kukuwa so defensive, so kuna kitu anafisha.
Yeah, so guys, I think you'll allow me perhaps to resubmit.
Wait, maybe June has your question, alafu unaweza shuka. Ngoja June akuulize, tumalize na Bocha, alafu tuende kwa Chichi. Chichi nasikia tunapita na udaku wa Chichi. Hapa tunaondoka na time. Chukua mic June.
Asanti sana host, asanti sana Pesh, nashukuru. Ningependa kuuliza Collins hapa hivi, amesema kuwa aliangalia ile karatasi na akaona kuwa vile mgonjwa ameandikiwa hailingani na ile ugonjwa ambaye ako nayo. Wewe wakati uliona vile, mbona huku raise alarm wakati huo kabisa, kama kweli huku kwa unataka shida kurudie tena?
Sorry to cut you short. I think if you are in a Lucas level today, and even today morning in the originals live, Jalu said, madaktari walinitupa nje, because me, you see, I've been more into this field, so I definitely know what type of an injection you can give somebody under what circumstance. So when I asked that, it seems like walikuwa washa discuss kule, because mimi nilifika late kabisa kama washatoa list. So definitely I want to rectify anything. Hesabu zao zilikuwa zishaingiana. So whenever I try to ask that, I was like, wewe ni mgeni hapa, kaa nje. Then nikaenda kwa reception.
Na pole kwa kukuuliza pia hili. Hakuna hela yoyote ulipewa yani na hawa watu?
Let me tell you. Wale watu kwanza hawako hata wanakaa pesa. So it is me anyway, some of these things I don't have to say them here, but sijai kosea binadamu heshima. This was the first time I nilikosea team JB, team Pesh heshima. But number one, I have never engaged in a fraudulent activity. I have my own money that is normally enough to take care of me and whoever is in need, okay? So definitely I couldn't come here to seek for whatever 10, 20, 40,000 for whatever purpose, okay? So allow me to withdraw the statement. I was never even aware it was a scam. Let us start. Unajua watu wanapotwa. Yeah.
Haya, swali langu la mwisho ni hili. Ni mikakati gani mlikuweko nayo hadi hiyo mchango ikafanyika kwenye platform kwako?
Okay, now this is what happened. Number one, I am the only one who asked them, you guys are talking here so much. Huyu mtu anafaa kutolewa hospitali. Mko na pesa ngapi? They said, we have nothing, including his boyfriend. I mean her boyfriend. Jalu Original said he definitely has no that hata fuela alipigiwa akikuja Nairobi. So I told them, can Cindy go live? Cindy akasema he has a live with mtandao at 10 p.m. So, and we all know, according to TikTok algorithm, when you go live 2 consecutively, perhaps your live will not be popular as per the interview, whatever. Number 2, Don Gray said he has a very immature account sent to the original. So I only offered wholeheartedly, not knowing that this was a deal, their own deal anyway. So yeah, that is it.
So you didn't have any clue